Hi.
Hello. Hi.
Facebook people.
So we wait for the questions. So you read
Is it going to show up on my my phone?
Let's see here.
Why can't we hear them?
I mean, yep, you're live. I see you live.
Speak up.
Okay, well,
Sure.
here we are. We're the security project.
Oh.
This is Cubby Gun.
Oh.
3 people watching already.
All right.
Super.
Oh, somebody dropped off.
Oh,
Cheer us up.
Wait, but there's more of us than there is of them.
there are.
Oh, there's 3 back. Here you go.
They'll come. They'll just come.
Yeah, we'll start
rushing
popping
in.
on.
Do they
Okay.
show the names of who's on there?
Let's see where I would find it.
Because I'm going to be on there in a minute.
Okay, well, you guys can talk amongst yourselves, and I'm going to talk to the 3 people that are out there. We're the security project, and
Find out who they are. Maybe
we're
they
just
made a question.
we're just finishing up rehearsing for our tour, our May into June tour, and which starts tomorrow at the Bearsville Theater in Woodstock, New York. And we're very excited. I'm excited. Is anybody else excited? We're all excited. What should we do? Should we just get right to the questions, or should we talk about ourselves?
6 people.
Are any of those people? Did any?
Maybe don't tell us how
They
many
should give us a.
people. Let us imagine that there's
First question
thousands.
should be from these guys.
Yeah, exactly. See if they got any-
I'll ask a question.
Yeah, right. Biggest crowd ever.
Just add a 0 to it.
Biggest crowd ever.
Don't tell them it's only 6. Tell them it's like 600.
Exactly.
All
They
right,
don't.
there we go.
Do they know? They don't.
Yeah, you
I
can
just
hear.
told them to ask questions.
But can they see how many people are watching?
Yeah.
They can.
You're up to 9 already. so-
All right, awesome. Welcome,
flies.
9.
Come to the
2
show.
more, and we have a football team.
All right.
All right, well, we can talk as much as we want, but I'll start with a question.
And I'll
From-
let you know as they come in.
Tom Seward from the Peter Gabriel Facebook group. And his question is, do you have any plans to play in Ohio? If not, how can I help?
Send us
Guess
money.
again.
Yeah, I mean, invite us. We'll play in your living room.
We just played in Ohio.
Well,
In November.
We didn't.
Didn't
was
we?
it? We played at the Beachland Ballroom.
Cleveland.
Yeah,
Twice. we
Cleveland,
played
which is my hometown, which hopefully we will be playing there more. So Tom, hopefully we'll see you soon. Maybe in the fall. You want to read a question?
there. Here's a question from somebody in here.
In the list.
Randy Logan.
Hi, Randy.
What's the one song you look forward to playing every show?
I have the touch for me.
Touch. Well, this one's going to be slow burn for me.
Yeah, it's a tough one because there's a couple that I really love. I love "Lay Your Hands on Me." "Lay Your Hands on Me" is a real favorite of mine. But
Rhythm of the Heat.
yeah, I mean, I love. I don't remember now the way we're doing it.
Wallflower's my favorite.
Because you like winging the mallets?
I like
look
putting
forward
my
to-
guitar down.
Ah.
Wallflower.
I like
Yeah,
playing that.
well-
Wallflower's great, and hopefully we'll get it back into the set somewhere. Okie dokie. Maybe pass it around. Happy, you want to ask a question?
Not,
I
if
can't
don't
watch it because I have
neat
to have the
glasses.
app.
Okay.
Oh.
All right, Jerry LaFaro.
Really?
We know
Oh,
that fella.
come
don't
on. He doesn't get that.
Jerry
question.
LaFaro.
We know that fella. Is he on there yet?
I don't know. I can't see the list.
Call him quickly. Want to talk to him?
Jason
I have to
Moore
hear
says hello.
TSP
Hello,
do-
Jason.
Across the river.
He would like to hear TSP do Across the River. I don't even know that song.
Yeah, I don't
Can
even.
you whip that one up?
No.
What key is it in?
Sorry, Jerry.
It's a great
I think Jerry would like us to maybe do that at
I just
the
think.
LaFaro Center for the Performing Arts.
one. No, you got a lot of likes with that.
For Happy Rhodes, you've been lucky to play with many great guitarists in your career. Do you have a favorite and why? Blaze
Is
Meister.
she gonna do the diplomatic thing? Is she gonna do the
Of
diplomatic
course,
thing?
my favorite.
Let me finish the question. You've been lucky to play with many great guitarists in your career. Do you have a favorite who isn't Michael Kotze, and why?
Of course, it's Blaze is my favorite guitarist.
Oh, was he one of your guitar players?
Yes.
Oh, come on.
Is
he
Blaze.
watching? Is he
That's
watching?
lame.
Oh, is that him
I
asking
love
the
Blaze.
question?
Blaze, I love you. He's brilliant. He's wonderful. He's just so easygoing.
Did he
and
ask
just,
the question?
I can't say
Yeah, he
enough
asked the
great
question.
things.
Blaze Meister.
Blaze-
Well, I mean,
Blaze
with,
Meister.
with a name like Blaze Meister, isn't that like, didn't Popeil have a Blaze, like the Pocket Fisherman, the Cap Snaffler, the Blaze Meister?
Cap
Okay,
Snappler.
but in addition to Blaze, I also adore David Torn,
There
who
you
did
go.
not play live with me, but I got to spend time with him. So, and there's that.
Yeah, he's great. David's great.
I also like Rick Torn, if you care.
Okay. Patrick Mosley. Will there be another live album released by the Security Project featuring Happy Rhodes, i.e. Contact Part 2? Pretty please.
Here Comes the Flood is available right now. It's a
Does he
one-track
have
live
that yet?
album. We know that much.
Chime in. Does he have it?
He must, if he says Contact Part 2, right?
Yeah, he must have Contact.
But no, I mean,
Oh, Here Comes the Flood.
yeah.
Not a live album, but it's a song.
And did he ask about Happy? Like, because Collective Heart would be a good.
What's that?
Collective Heart on Contact too. I think he asked.
Absolutely.
Like Manfred Mann doing Bruce Springsteen. Security
That's a
Project does
thought.
have to-
If you won't want to go in order, they're trading, but that's the next question.
Actually, Bill Mills wants to know if there's any fresh gabagool in the studio.
Is he on now?
He's on. Yeah, he asked the question.
Hey,
live,
Billy,
so-
yeah, no gabagool. That's you. You're the gabagool man.
All right, I'm going to ask this question.
Ask any question you
Okay,
want.
so
The one about asking you?
no. The answer to that question is yes. So Peter Danilchuk, I apologize if I got the name wrong. Where do you draw the line for your own band between faithfully playing like the original and creating your own interpretation in the spirit of the original? Also, what was one of the most challenging sections to get to really hit hard on stage in the right way?
It's kind of complicated
That's
questions.
that's two questions. You got to ask two questions.
That must be an odd question for you, Jerry, because you actually played the real thing. So
Yeah.
We're playing the real thing.
But I mean, you were doing it. Yeah.
I think we're more faithful than
And he.
I was when we were playing with Peter to
Yeah.
some degree.
Yeah.
But of course, you do that when the band had created the stuff that we were playing. So
Yeah.
there was leeway to do things differently. I mean, for me, some songs can be invented, which I think we've done really well. Intruder's one. I Don't Remember is another.
Yeah.
And some songs, I mean, I just don't know. Like when I think of San Jacinto, Lay Your Hands on Me, Family in the Fishing Net, I really don't imagine how you could do them differently. I mean,
Yeah.
they're so beautifully done. The originals are like masterpieces, and I can't imagine what would we do, like a reggae version of Lay Your Hands on Me. They just seem like that's the way they need to be played. But I don't know. I don't think we.
I never thought we could change I Don't Remember, so who knows?
Yeah. Sure. Yeah, I don't think we go out of our way to try to figure out how can we change this. Some of the stuff has happened just from playing. Now what? Our 8th tour,
This is the 8th tour.
preparing for our 8th tour, and just playing, just fiddling around. Is that?
I've got
that's the
more
next
questions. I'm going to ask from Mo Chapman has 3 questions. Number 1.
Come on, pick one, Mo.
Well, I'll pick one. Jerry, tell
Yes?
us about one of your most powerful, amazing concert experiences with PG.
What? Tell us about the.
One of your
Cosmic?
most powerful, amazing concert experiences.
Oh, a concert experience. Oh,
Your best one
experience.
experience.
I would say probably the one that stands out the most was we played this festival outside of Paris, Communist Festival, the Fête des Humanités, and it was a major thing at the time to get that. It was huge, and it was the kind of thing that was going to be watched by like 40 countries. It was going to be all over the world, and Peter. There was 180,000 people there, and they just kept saying to Peter, "Please don't throw yourself out into the audience. Please don't throw yourself out into the audience." And of course, he threw himself out into the audience. And, I think he's still out in the audience. 180,000 people passing you around can take a very long time to get back.
Is that the one when he came back semi-naked?
No, that has happened more than once.
Right.
What was funny, too, was with the microphone, we could hear him, and we could hear people.
Yeah.
And we could hear him grunting, and he'd get back thrown up, and his sock would be missing, shoe was gone, shirt
I'm
was
getting
pulled off.
Oh, okay.
That was that
Okay.
Yeah, I don't have
particular
the app.
concert
I don't want the
was pretty wild to play to that many people.
No, I think they're popping up
It
here.
was amazing.
No kidding.
By the way, did you guys see that footage of the guy stage diving in his wheelchair?
No.
Oh, wow.
Did you see that?
He rolled off the stage.
Yeah.
At a Gabriel gig?
No, recently.
An artist?
Did they catch him?
No, I think I don't.
He did a Jack Black or whatever.
Yeah.
So here's another question. Happy, what about Peter Gabriel's music really does it for you?
Well, you might not love every song of Peter's. You might not love every single song. But the one thing you can't say is that there's conviction in everything he writes. It's like it's baked into every little tasty song that he writes. So you can't dismiss any of it, That's what strikes me about Gabriel's music, is that even if I don't love one of his songs, I never feel like it doesn't have 100% of him in it. I believe it. I'm able to suspend my disbelief fully because of his commitment and his conviction. So that's what, yeah.
You go way back with him too. You were a fan quite a long time ago, right?
No.
Probably not as much as you think. No, I mean I was a latecomer getting into Peter stuff, but better late than never.
Hey, here's a question for Trey, Michael, and me. Are you guys big prog heads from way back and longtime Gabriel fans, or are your fave musics and influences from all over the map?
Can I pick part of that question?
Sure.
It sounds like an either or. I think technically I was a prog fan, but then ceased to be. But I wasn't a Genesis fan, but yes, Crimson, Emerson, Lake and Palmer. What else did we have back then? Focus by Hocus Pocus.
No,
Maybe like Vandergraaf Generator.
It's the other way
that
around.
kind of stuff.
What's that?
It's the other way around. It's Hocus Pocus by Focus.
Hocus Pocus by Focus.
Yeah.
Kansas,
They're a great band.
Gentle Giant,
Oh wow, yeah.
Vandergraaf Generator,
PFM.
Rush? Did we say Rush?
Rush.
PFM. Remember them?
I just saw a documentary on Rush. It was great.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
Camel, the Canterbury area, the British bands like Camel, Caravan.
It's funny, I think people assume that I was a prog fan, which
Let's
I-
correct that.
I
Let's
didn't
get
even
that
know
some-
who Peter Gabriel or Genesis was when I started playing with Peter. I knew who the Doobie Brothers were, though, and I knew who, Levi Stubbs was, the lead singer of the Four Tops. But I wasn't really a big prog fan. But I think that's what Peter liked about me and my playing. Is I kind of brought the kind of R&B, came from that background.
The LaFaros have joined.
Woo,
Kathleen
Faro.
wants to let you
Rock
know
prog,
that
actually.
they're
I
listening.
started listening to that stuff. The sort of classical side of it, and but I love ABBA. I love Sia.
So do I.
You know,
Oh, I love Sia.
A great song is a great song.
Yeah.
Right? By the way.
Somebody else asked a question.
Go, Mickey.
Want to read one from the...
Yeah, I got one for Jerry.
I hope it's not that long thing.
Yeah, I'll paraphrase it. Kurt Schweitzer. As a drummer and a Gabriel fan, I gotta ask Jerry a question. Are there any situations in which you've had to play live with a click track? What are your thoughts about clicks in general?
It's a good question.
It's a good question.
I've rarely have I had to play with a click track live per se. What I did have to play along to was the sequence on the air. And
With no click track.
With no click track, and that was a nightmare. That was an absolute nightmare because there weren't in-ears back then, and they were just monitors. And my ears are ringing right now from how loud I have to have my monitor. And even if no matter how loud I made it, it was really difficult to play along to that. But other than that, I can't really think of anything I've done live where I've had to play to a click track, which leads you to
We
believe
have a couple songs.
that leads you to believe that I don't play with any young artists anymore, any young popular artists. But yeah, we do
Two
play
or three,
along.
but there's always something else going on, too.
Yeah, no. In terms of what we do, it's fine. It helps us all stay together.
What other songs? I forget.
Well,
this.
What?
Oh, he doesn't want me to say. All of them. They're all on Dad.
Next,
I have a question from Andy Kaufman.
Andy Kaufman.
Hey.
Avid Kaufman, sorry.
when
When are you coming back to Los Angeles?
Troublemaker.
When was the last time we were in Los Angeles? We didn't play
We didn't
Los
even play
Angeles
there.
the last time.
It was 45 minutes outside. What was
Whittier,
it?
wherever that was.
We played in Whittier.
The Whittier.
Whittier.
Yeah, we played with, yeah. Nice place, but...
We hope you were there. Stay tuned and we'll let you know.
Did we play LA? Did we ever play in Los Angeles? I don't
Just
think
that
we-
Whittier gig.
No, but before, did we ever do? We didn't do any.
Only did
of
West
those.
Coast once.
Another quick one. Jason Moore. Any plans for a DVD Blu-ray? Nope.
I think the answer is no.
Not right now.
Yeah.
Pumpy.
Are you guys just bumped?
David,
you're banging around.
Jason Moore wants to know any Tony Banks favorites or influences.
Oh, totally. I think he was a phenomenal composer and a very clever one. Whenever I've learned some of his songs, for example, I used to play Cinema Show, First to Fifth,
I can't read that.
and even The Lamb. They all seem very, very difficult when you listen to them, and then when you figure out what he did and how he did it, it's actually amazing how simple some of it was, and it's just absolutely brilliant. So yeah, his stuff was a tremendous influence on me, absolutely. Very, very impressive.
Whose stuff?
composer. Tony Banks.
Oh yeah.
Some of the stuff he's done is just, the solo in Supper is Ready, the solos in Cinema Show. There's just some phenomenal stuff going on there. A lot of color, which I like a lot in music.
Incredible writer too, isn't he? That's one of the
Yeah,
things.
his
Very-
compositions.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of color. And
Yeah.
to me, which is why I like progressive and not pop.
Yeah.
Stuff is changing and there's always new things happening. It's not just the same.
Yeah.
So the color
Yeah.
in Genesis music is wonderful. Still is.
Here's a question.
Wait, first, say hello to Simon Howe from Cardiff.
Oh, wow.
From Cardiff. All right, but I was a go in.
Right.
Yeah, Welshman.
Hey, Simon.
Hello, Simon.
Can you do that again?
No.
All right, here we go. Thomas Finnegan. Question for Happy. Has performing with the Security Project, and he wrote hopefully, in parentheses, ignited any desire to get back to recording / performing on your own?
Oh, retreat from
Recording.
humanity, period.
Yes, I've been inspired by these chuckleheads, certainly. Live, I don't know. We'll have to see what my bones tell me. But recording, yeah, for sure.
So that answers yes. And then, same guy. For Jerry, Trey, Michael, and David, any chance of recording any original music? And if you and Happy were up for it, maybe recording in the studio together. I mean, there's always a chance to...
It'd be really nice. We are very, very far apart. Which doesn't matter these days. But everybody's got to be in sync. Anyway, continue, Jerry.
We're in a studio now.
There's always a chance. I mean...
There's a Moog Voyager in the corner.
Yeah.
I don't know how many, like, Happy aside, how many real, honest-to-goodness writers there are in this band. So, I mean, nobody's coming in with, like, some idea to cultivate, and
It's just staring at Jerry's face.
I always hope that we're going to do something original.
First manager.
In fact,
I think we all really write, though. I mean, I know
quite
David
understand.
writes.
You maybe
Yeah, I know
better
Trey
ask.
writes.
Yeah,
You
okay.
write, right?
Yeah.
It's quite
So-
a
It's
daunting.
weird coming with doing someone else's music though. It puts you in a different frame of mind. You sort
It's
of
quite a
working-
daunting task.
You're
just to
working
pull
on.
this
You're
stuff
trying to
off.
absorb all
Yeah.
that. You know, it's a completely different way of thinking.
Yeah.
And somehow it restricts you because if you're doing that kind of thing, are you supposed to write in that direction, or do you just do anything? You know?
I think there's another piece. We have the common common interest of doing this, but most people's musical tastes, I think, in this group are actually very varied. So it's very hard to write something
interesting.
that I think everybody in this band will like.
That's
That-
probably very true.
I mean, that strikes me.
That's pretty common though.
yeah, but I think in any band,
yeah.
Yeah.
that's why they always break up.
Yeah.
Eventually.
And business
Before we begin.
meetings.
We should assign everybody a different thing. You write a verse, you write a chorus, you write a middle eight or something, and put it all together, and it'll sound like prog.
I'll write.
I'll write nothing.
I'll write one note in the middle.
I'll
There's a
just
G
sing
flat just there.
Well, hopefully, we will
It'd
write.
be fun to do that.
See that answer or question from Tom? Trey?
Tom
McGuire.
Tom McGuire says, I've heard Peter always had clever ways of opening the shows. What was your favorite? That must be you. Or, I don't know.
Say that again?
Peter always had clever ways of opening shows.
Oh, yeah.
What was your favorite?
My favorite way of opening
Let's say
a
yes.
tour, a show that I did with Peter
Pick
back in the
whatever.
Peter days. Yeah, I mean we did the what was it, Rhythm of the Heat?
Yes.
With the drums coming through the audience, and then there was one where we had these.
Intruder also.
Was it Intruder or On the Air or something like where we had
There was with the lamps.
the high intensity lamps. They were all clever. I don't know if I had a favorite. I liked the idea of coming through the audience and getting on stage and starting the show. I liked that a lot.
Was there an incident at the Roxy, I heard, where Peter got shut out of the building?
Well, that was a show I didn't do.
Oh, okay.
That's an interesting way of opening a show.
That was the
Yeah.
promo
was the
tour we
first
did
one?
before.
Okay.
Like
before
Birdman?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
So Richard MacPhail wants to know, he's coming to Woodstock in June. He wants to see you, wants to know if you got his book, and if you
Yes.
can help him get on Radio Woodstock.
Absolutely, that's easy. I was on there this morning.
He just sent you an email.
What's that?
Richard just sent an
he's
email,
not
but
on. He's not watching.
Yeah, I don't think he's watching, but
Okay.
Eric Wagner's coming to the show tomorrow. If not, maybe in Albany.
Tell him we're going to put him to work if he does.
Is it Wagner or Wagner?
Wagner. Well,
You're going to work.
oh, and somebody wants to know if VIX is a 7 o'clock or 8 o'clock start time.
They always say 7, but it's 8. I don't know why they do that. They
7
always
o'clock doors.
they advertise it as 7, but they don't make it
He
clear.
wants
that-
people to eating.
Come early, stay late.
When are we going back to Germany? Jürgen Grud, I need my glasses. Berndl Jürgen Grud. When will we see you back in Germany again?
If Trump lasts another year.
We're always hopeful to travel to tour in Europe. We did it once, and it would be good to go back.
fun to do it again. It's very hard work.
It is. It's fun there.
Yeah, living in a tour bus is an
There's a truck
experience.
stop I miss, so we'll probably go back.
In a Schaffenburg. That one?
Yeah.
Schaffenburg.
Oh, it's not the pay to play tour, it was the pay to pee tour, wasn't it?
Yeah.
John Hancock,
Listen,
you
I've
please-
heard stories. I'll never eat again.
will you please come to Atlanta? Preferably not on a Saturday.
That's really specific.
Is that because
what happens on a Saturday?
he has school on Saturday?
Oh, okay.
He's a fourth grader. John's a fourth grader, but I don't know. Yeah, go ahead, grab a sheet.
Okay, so I'll answer the question. Somebody asked if the Eigenharp would be on this tour. The answer is yes, it will. Fair. Thanks for asking. I'm amazed that people missed it, but I guess...
We missed it.
That was
Yeah.
Cappy Petrie.
Oh, okay.
Cappy asked that question.
Cool.
You got another helper.
We do.
I didn't have it last time.
I know. We didn't have it last time.
Technical difficulties.
Probably won't have it the next time.
Screening the question?
He'll bring his guitar.
Actually, most of these we've answered.
Yeah.
Yeah. Any
Can
new
you
ones?
folks please try to play the Ridgefield Playhouse in Ridgefield, Connecticut,
We
or
tried.
even Bridge Street Cafe in
We tried.
Collinsville?
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Mariano
tried.
McConey, if they play Toledo, will drive down from Ontario. Why not go to the Toronto show next week?
There you go.
What day is it? The 1st? The 3rd?
Toronto's the first.
First.
June 1st, Toronto.
First and the third in Montreal.
Yeah.
Pumpy.
Did you get Vicky's? Very bottom.
Go ahead.
Mary Mullen,
That's my way.
the lovely Mary Mullen.
What is it again?
Will you ever do a Southern States tour? There are folks below the Mason-Dixon that enjoy the music of Peter Gabriel. Heck, if you're close enough, I can house two of you. She happens to be my cousin. So you know what, Mary? You better house more than two of us. If we come down, we're going to need you to house more than two of us.
Wow, here's a good one.
Yeah.
Jan Staff, would you ever consider doing the entire Passion album on stage?
Wow.
That'd be a good one.
That's an interesting one.
Without instruments.
With a bunch of guests, musicians on and off? Boy, it would never have occurred to me. But
That's an
can we get those
interesting-
Burundi guys?
Did they play on the Passion?
I don't know.
No.
No.
Wow.
They did
Still
play
got
on.
Some of those guys are dead
Well,
now,
no.
that's for sure.
They played at when we
Mine
did
is
WOMAD together, and so they played on that
Rhythm
record that
Vicky.
we were working on at the time, and I don't remember which one it was.
This is security.
Was it? Yeah, right.
Eric says he'll be working tomorrow night. For us, I guess. I'd be
Yes.
happy to help out. So the word is yes.
There you go.
So why do I keep making my gear lighter? Everybody's coming to help lift it.
We learned our lesson.
That's for sure.
To get it in the van.
Oh, Alan from New Prog Ears just joined.
Oh, Alan
Al.
Al
I don't know his last name.
Balgeron.
There we go.
Blezuron.
Oh, that's all. Anyway.
We did the favorite song in the set and why. Did we do
I
that?
just asked, would you do
We will see
did-
Al on
full
Saturday,
albums on
or
stage?
Friday, actually.
Did you get that one, Trey?
No.
Randy Logan?
Randy Logan.
We've talked about doing the whole. You mean the whole album?
Yeah, doing a full
We
album.
talked about that. We almost do everything from
Security.
security, right?
And almost melt.
And almost the third one, yeah.
Where was Slow Burn from?
I don't know. Is that the second record or the first record? Slow Burn.
Slow Bird's on the very first record.
Mother of Violence.
The blue one?
That's
Second.
not
That's
on
the
it.
red one. Wait, is it?
The very first record is the one with him. He's in the
Rain.
in a car. And there's a
Right.
Windshield.
Yeah.
That's got Salisbury Hill on it. And Modern Love. Humdrum. Moribund the Burgermeister. Excuse me.
I like Humdrum. That's one of my favorites.
Yeah.
Karen.
I like that record.
How did she?
That first record. I love that
Who's
record.
Karen?
Is Flood on that too?
Who's Karen?
I,
Your wife says we look amazing.
Oh,
Oh.
She's
What
on
record
it.
is
She's
Flood
on it.
into our
She doesn't have a
Is
Facebook
Flood on the
account.
first
Can't be
record?
named.
First
She
record.
doesn't have a Facebook
Of course.
account.
Here's a
She's mine.
question.
Okay.
Okay.
yeah, Flood is on the first record.
Well, I like this one. Can I just say you all look amazing? Have a great show. Wish I could be there. This
Yeah.
is Karen M.
Yeah.
That's Karen Moscow. It's my wife.
Oh.
yeah.
Okay. Funny.
She's posing as the security project.
Jerry LaFaro. Damn, I had a good question. Now I don't
I
remember.
know what it is. She loves the page.
Well, he has a week to figure it out.
Want me to ask if anybody has any questions?
Admiral Quality Music Software. Hi, gang. That's the Pollyanna. I think I have that plugin. It's a great plugin. I remember that. Wow.
Here's one. Kevin Silic. Why hasn't Jerry played with Peter lately?
Yeah, why not?
Oh.
Pour yourself a glass of wine
Exactly.
on this
Oh.
Should we go down to the Hickory now?
one. Well,
Yeah, exactly. Well, there's no answer to that question. I guess you'd have to ask Peter that.
good answer.
I don't know.
Well,
It's
somebody
been
else
about
asked something
35
similar.
years. If I did something wrong at this point, he's probably forgotten what
Yeah.
it was.
That was 35 years ago.
Any
Long
plans?
time.
Any plans for tours farther away?
Farther away from where?
They are
Fayetteville.
for
From wherever Paul Blair is.
Hi, Paul.
Paul? I
How
don't
much
know.
money do you have?
There's one. Click track was already asked.
It's interesting. I think if people really actually knew,
Just two
What this
fingers
was
up
like?
or down.
well, yeah, what's involved, and I don't mean that to be funny.
Tell everybody.
Just
Tell all
how-
your friends.
How complicated it is to and
So yeah,
just the way the industry works, the way live gigging works. Like for instance, a good example
Oh,
is
there you go.
nowadays you have to book a show 9 months in advance.
Okay.
I mean,
Yep.
the places are, everybody's out touring now. People are all playing live, and mostly because they don't make any money selling CDs anymore. And places are booked 9 months to a year in advance.
You should tell him about Jerry LaFaro's gig, because that's kind of an interesting new approach to it, isn't it?
Yeah, we just can't tell them where it is.
No,
Right.
actually, it's not.
I don't think he
it's
wants
not that-
people wandering
No, no,
out
no.
there.
It's not that new.
I mean, the house concert thing, though, is a thing in general. It's
Yeah,
a
that's
kind
been
of-
around for
Invite
a
us
long
to your
time.
house.
Yeah, that's been around for a while. In fact, that's how I met Patrick Moraz originally. He was doing house concerts, and you could bring him in, and you'd have a fee, and people would basically get all their friends and
Okay.
basically to share in the cost, and they bring in, and that was a big thing for a while.
Yeah.
That's how I actually met Patrick Moraz. Yeah.
Did you bring him in? Did you?
I brought him in when I was at IBM Research. We brought him in as one of our lunchtime concerts. Yeah.
Was it just him or a full band?
No, that was just him.
Yeah.
IBM did?
Well, the research group that I ran, the computer
Right.
music group. I brought in music guests.
Yeah, I've done that. FileMaker Pro, lunchtime, in the cafeteria. Oh, no, I'm serious.
Yeah.
There you go.
We played, I did with Tom Greisgraber, stick player. We were touring on the West Coast, and we got a gig. They had us come in and literally at lunchtime. So people are, wow, that's really good.
No, we did.
You guys are good.
We
Like
did
Dallas
it.
House.
We did it in the auditorium. You weren't allowed to bring food in.
Well, that's because it was Patrick Moore.
Oh no, we did them all. We had Stanley Jordan.
Well, I mean, they were famous people.
Yeah.
You know, Randy.
you do any of those kind of things?
I did those concerts.
You did? You probably did quite a few of them, right?
I feel, yeah.
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 You like them?
Sure. Yeah. I mean, it's humbling when people let you into their home like that, and take care of everything. It's a great honor, actually.
Do you want
Well, now it's huge.
Beyond staff question?
It's
Yeah,
like
you
it's
wanna
an
read it?
industry now.
Yeah.
Sure.
People are doing it, and
Should we have-
it's actually, if you're a small, a single, or like you have a small group, you actually can make money. Because everybody buys your CD, everybody pays.
Do you want to give a shout out to him and he can answer the question?
Shout out to Robert Frazza.
Come around here, Rob.
Hey!
Cheers.
Good.
You want to ask Trey the Young
I don't
question?
know how to pronounce Alan's last name.
You found it around.
Leisuron?
Elijah.
Yeah. Dodger.
I have a question. You're doing Mr. Levin's epic bass lines in the band, and Mr. Levin is doing your stuff with Crimson. Do you exchange any info between you two up front of this? No, is the short answer. But Tony was here yesterday, and we were talking about the Crimson stuff. But I don't know that I've talked with Tony about this stuff. Have you guys?
I'll talk to Tony.
About playing this stuff.
I have.
You have?
Yeah.
What did he say that I should be doing?
Nothing.
Like literally nothing.
He should be doing nothing.
But has he talked to you about the Crimson stuff?
Oh, we talked yesterday a
Because
little
I
bit.
know he was.
Yeah.
It's tough.
Yeah.
It's difficult for him.
Yeah.
The only one I've talked to is Larry.
He was saying yesterday that they're doing Larks 4, and he's got to play some of my lines, but Robert's asking him to play it on the bass instead of
Right.
the stick, and it's tuned totally different, and it's just, I think, almost
Possible.
almost an unreasonable request, but why not?
Yeah.
So I have a question then. Have you guys thought about playing any Crimson songs in Security Project?
Hasn't occurred to me.
Frame by frame. I do that one.
I think, yeah.
It would never occur.
Well, I would say, well, we did Sleepless when we toured with the Tony Levin band.
21 band,
Yeah.
That was really fun to play and really worked well.
Well, from the trailer, I mean, there's some good stuff, particularly as the 4-piece.
Personally, it doesn't occur to me to play any Crimson music
Okay.
outside of King Crimson.
There you
It just
go.
doesn't occur to me. Not saying it couldn't happen, or such a specialized
I
thing.
think somebody asked that about the Stickmen, because Stickmen's playing Crimson, so they were curious. But
I'm not in Stickman.
I know.
Nobody asked me.
Any others?
We should do some ABBA. A couple of ABBA songs.
I agree.
Randy
Trigger
Logan
Teeth,
asked
I
if
was starting
Jerry's
that
going
one.
to play saxophone.
Oh, that's
I don't
right.
remember.
Oh, is there
I know
saxophone?
You play
I
the
don't know.
saxophone?
It's a crazy arrangement.
Is that Start? Is that the name of that tune? Start, isn't it?
I don't know, maybe.
Is that
I
the
don't
intro
remember.
to I Don't Remember?
Yeah, on the studio record. Right?
But is it me? I don't think it's me.
You did it live.
Yeah.
The record is someone else.
Oh, I do know.
Yeah.
I didn't know you played
Ace
the
of Base.
saxophone.
Well, it's debatable whether.
Oh, okay.
That reminds me,
Tequila.
I saw a billboard at the coffee shop up the street from me that said "Learn to play the saxophone," and so I wrote on it "and die behind the wheel."
Exactly. That's funny. No, I only play saxophone if I'm playing in front of a minimum of 15,000 people. No, that's not true, because with Tears for Fears, I played saxophone.
We played saxophone with Tony Levin band also.
Yeah, but there weren't 15,000 people there. Yeah, we did Tequila.
Tequila.
My Pink Floyd tribute band needs a sax player. Because I do the sax and the
If
keyboards.
it's bad sax playing, then I'm your man.
I think Patrick Mosley missed the contact too.
What are you getting all up in my
Patrick
space?
Mosley's asking if there's any plans for
That's
a
all right.
live CD featuring another live CD featuring Happy. So
How many
missed the
times
old-
has Patrick listened to the first live CD with Happy?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Patrick.
How many copies
many?
has he bought his family?
And friends.
You never know what we're gonna do.
It's on a
We're
delay.
recording
We'll
all
have
the
answer.
shows. We record all the shows. So
All right.
We'll have a couple of new songs at this one.
Yeah.
I mean, we wouldn't.
we're getting close to an hour here.
Would
Yeah,
we record
I
a
was gonna
lot like any of this stuff in a studio?
He said many, many times.
The guy interview I did today asked me that question, and I thought, why would we do that?
Well, I don't remember an Intruder come to mind because they're different,
Right, but
and
I mean,
they could be.
But we've already done live versions, and it was so
Yeah.
easy to do that rather
Yeah.
than pick apart the stuff.
Sure.
I don't know.
I agree. I don't see
There was
any
something
real
pretty
reason
special
for it.
about that too, because it wasn't so precious, was it? It was just done the right way.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, you make a ton of records.
I was completely thinking about something else. What are we talking about here?
No idea. ABBA. We're going back to ABBA.
ABBA's
Well,
great.
Should we close on the Faro's question? It's for you.
What's
Sure.
for breakfast?
Oh well, that's your guys' question for Jerry, right? He wants to know if you're bringing the garden weasel, or does he need to supply one?
Wow.
If you can supply a garden weasel, that would be great. I don't bring the
think
garden
that's
weasel
legal.
around with me. It's at home. I leave it at home.
All right.
Do I have to ask what a garden weasel is?
Or what they plan to do with
What
it.
are you going to do with it?
It's for aerating your turf.
You can,
Which is a euphemism for what?
I go to sleep well tonight.
there's no more questions.
I'm not being aerated.
All right. Well,
Hey, it's
we're
really-
assuming that everybody knows what we're doing over the next
There
2
we go.
weeks. We're touring and we're playing. So keep an eye out for wherever that is, and we hope to see everybody.
Well, it's very nice to visit.
Anybody
Facebook.
who asked a question that we read, if you come to a show and you bring 5 people with you, we'll answer the question again
In person.
in person
While playing the saxophone.
while playing the saxophone.
All right. There we go. Want to say goodbye?
So long,
Bye.
Facebook.
Thank you for watching.